on YouTube.
Do you ever feel like that you are doing things in your life or going after things in your life that you no longer want to do? Well, if your answer is yes to this, my friend, I will tell you now that it's okay. Because we all go through this. I go through this all the time. This relates directly to the mental barriers that either you have created for yourself or that you have accepted that have been put onto you by other people. And a lot of us reside in these mental barriers, and we think that we can't stray away from the path that has been set for us. But if you think about it, life is a manifestation and a reflection of what you do. So if you're doing things that make you stressed out, and if you're doing things that makes you unmotivated, then what do you think you're gonna feel like in your life? Stressed out and unmotivated. If your life is full of these things, there will be no room, and there will never be room for true happiness. Because you've filled it with things that make you unhappy. What I see too much is that whether it be a job or whether it be a major if you're a college student, or whether it's pursuing anything that is no longer your goal and is no longer something that really resonates with you, is a thinking that, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it in the same way, in the same fashion, and hope and pray to God or Buddha or whoever you believe in that things will change. And then they end up on their deathbed, full of regret, full of thinking that, man, if I were to have only had the courage to drop it, to drop that thing, then I would have been so much more happier. To those of you out there that are older than me, I'm in my early 20s, I'm not trying to say that there's no hope for you. If anything, it's never too late to apply this philosophy in your life. But I feel like to most of my viewers, like me, you're in your early 20s, maybe younger, you're starting to bud and to grow and to start going on this journey of really defining who you are. Just as I am. I'm on that process too. I'm in that process too. Now is the time to start applying this, because you don't want to be one of those people like I was just talking about a moment ago. So let's jump straight into how you can drop the thing that's making you stressed out and making you unhappy, so you don't end up being a person that dies full of regret. So step one, you're gonna pick the one thing that stresses you out the most. And I mean the number one thing. There's a difference between, everyday stress, like the stress to need to brush your teeth or to shower. Don't stop doing those things. What I mean when I say stress, or what I mean by things that make you unhappy, I mean things that have been making you unhappy continually for a long amount of time. So pick that one thing and write it down. So now you've picked that one thing, the next step, step two, is to write under it. Let's say I write down my job. It's kind of weird because I personally love the job that I'm at, but let's say I didn't. I'll write my job, and right under it I'll write all the descriptive words of how this activity, for example my job again, makes me feel. So it could be a list that goes like this: unmotivated, stressed, tired, any of these words. Just write it down under the thing that you've chosen. Step 3. Now you're going to complete the following template with all the words that you've just written down. The template goes, I deserve to feel, insert word. Now the insert word, just like you've guessed, is the opposite of the word that you're associating the template to. For example, if we go down the example list that I was talking to you just a moment ago, let's go with the word unmotivated. So right next to the word unmotivated, I'll draw like an arrow or something, and I'll write down, I deserve to feel motivated. You see how the word is the flip-flop of the other word? And just repeat this with all the other words. So another example, after unmotivated, you go down the list and it says stressed, for example. The template sentence would be, I deserve to feel not stressed. Do this with every word. Step 4, second to last step, review this list of sentences you've just written down, because when you read it and you start to say it to yourself, and say, I deserve to feel motivated, I deserve to feel unstressed, I deserve to feel not tired all the time. It shows yourself physical, tangible evidence that you do deserve all these things because it came from you. Now that you've inspired yourself, you see what I did there? Feels good, right? Step 5 is more of an invitation and almost like a dare that I have of you, a challenge. Step 5 is be daring enough to drop the thing like it's hot and be courageous enough to find something that makes you feel like all the words that you've written in the template. If it's as big as a job, and again, I understand, financial troubles, and I'm not trying to bag on people if they're going through that, because we all do. It will be hard, it will be difficult, especially when you're trying to do something trying to make a change as big as changing your job, for example. But making this change in your life will create a life full of happiness, and that's what we all want, right? So go out there and be daring enough to find a job that makes you motivated. Find a job that makes you less stressed out. It works with anything else. It's a sports team or a school or a major that you're trying to pursue, or anything really. Continue to do this with all the negative and stressful things that you have going on in your life, because the only person that's standing in the way of you right now and the person that you could be that is not doing any of these things and has replaced them with things that actually make them feel good and make them feel happy and make them feel passionate is you. You are the only person standing in the way of you. Whew, that was a lot, and I know that was a lot, but if you are starting to understand where I'm coming from, if you've been watching my videos, happiness is not a difficult thing, but it is a complex thing because there are all these factors and moving parts. But I hope this helps. That's pretty much it for today. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, send me a message on Instagram or in the comments below to ask me a question, or just tell me what you think and tell me what you want to talk about next time.
Until then, I'll see you next time.